Hi guys, welcome to another festive episode from Taff Rocks HQ. In this week's episode we've got two fabulous projects for you to try. One of which is a chili robin. Now let's be fair, it is pretty chilly and it doesn't matter which bird it is, they're going to be chilly. And the other one is a snow globe. The fabulous thing about the snow globe project is whatever is inside of the snow globe itself is completely your choice, absolutely freestyle. So you can go back and have a look at other projects that we've put on for you this last couple of weeks, and you can either pick something from there or you can choose to pick whichever one you fancy for yourself. Absolutely freestyle. In this week's project you notice that I needed to draw some circles. Now rather than using a compass, which some of you may or may not have, I decided to use what I had in the house. So I used the lid off a Pringles tub for the snow globe and a milk bottle top for the chili robin. Before we begin this week's project guys, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and click that little notification bell so you know when we got new videos coming. So let's not keep you waiting any longer, eh? Let's start the project. So I'm using this sky blue. I'm going to just put some in here and hope it's the right colour for you. First thing I'm going to do is find a suitable spot. This is a milk bottle top. I'm going to find a suitable spot for my chili robin, and he's just going to be round. I think that's about right. Trust me to put my pen elsewhere. So I'm just going to draw around him. Now you might not see this outline, but once I've painted it you will. Okay, right, so I'm going to paint the outside of the circle in blue and the inside in red. So I'll just get on and do that. Hopefully this is the right colour blue for the video. Yeah, that looks good. So it's looking like I don't need a second coat on this, but what I do need is to give this some time to dry before I paint the middle bit in red. So I'm going to make an effort. There you go. Put it on my little carrying tray. And the reason why I'm doing this is because obviously I'm doing the other project as well today, and I'm going to take this and allow it to dry off. See you in a second. So there he is, painted red. This little chili robin now actually needs a hat. I'm going to use a very dark green for this. And it's as simple as a big triangle because it's going to be a pointy one and leaning over on the corner. So if we go up to a point here, I think what we'll do is add an extra bit here. So it kind of looks like his little point is tipped over, probably from all the weight of the snow that's going to be on here. Okay, now then, when this is dry, we are going to come in with a band of white fluffy stuff. So we'll just wait for that. So our chili robin is coming along nicely. As you can see, he's not perfectly straight all around here, but don't worry. I have here one of those barbecue skewer things, and on this end is nice and flat. So I'm going to break off what I need and use this end. If you've got a dotting tool, great, or the wrong end of a paintbrush, that'll work just as well. So you'll find me using a lot of different things on here. I'm going to dot on the fluffy band. It's not going to be perfectly straight, which is great. I think I'll do it a bit thicker. The good thing about using this as a dotting tool is it leaves your paint in little peaks, which gives the impression of it being fluffy. What do you think of that? think that's quite awesome. I think I might as well do his pom-pom at the same time. Just one dot in the middle and just keep going round using the peaks of your paint to look like fluff. There you go. Now I'll just wait for that to dry and I'll be back with you in just a second. We're still waiting for this to dry now, guys, so what I'm going to do whilst that's happening is paint in a branch for our little chili robin to be standing on. I'm just using some brown paint, and this is not going to be straight because branches usually aren't, so I'm going to come down just below his body. Okay, make this a bit thicker, especially over this side, and add some extra little branches coming off. You just gently drag your brush. You will make some wonderful shapes. Now this rock lends itself to another branch that can come up here. Now it might not look like much at the moment, but when it's dry we're going to make it look fabulous. Alrighty. Time for a face for this little guy. So his two big eyes. Okay, so that's the first coat. And now we're going to put his beak in. We're going to start off with a little bit of a triangle. Now these are going to need second coats, guys, simply because the colour underneath is darker. There's the first coat on that as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give this a couple of extra coats and then we'll come back and we'll finish him off. So having given it some thought, I decided that the yellow beak just was not for me. Remember that skewer which we broke? I'm going to use the other end. I'm going to dip it in the white and I'm going to add some bits of snow on the branches. So far so good. Now you guys might be brilliant at fine lining black, but I can't. My hands are just not steady, so I'm going to go around my little birdie's eyes. If you've got a little bit of black paint floating around, brilliant. You can now do his eyes or his eyeballs. I'm going to use a black pen and I'm going to do this. One there. And one there. Because he's freezing. And with my black pen, I'm going to add some legs. I'm also going to go roughly around here. With a white pen now, I'm going to outline his hat and his body. Like I say, if you're very good at fine lining with a super thin brush, I envy you. Now for the outline of the body is going to be a bit different because this is what we're going to do. Because he's cold. Okay. And we're going to go back to our skewer with some white paint and we're going to add some big snowflakes. I'm also going to use the small end for little snowflakes. And I think what I'll do is, you know, like I've done around here, I think I'm going to do that around this bobble so it looks fluffy or fluffier. Yes, that would good. And there he is. A freezing, or rather chilly, robin. So this rock is going to be our snow globe. I'm going to draw the snow globe and paint the outside of it. The brilliant thing about this is what you want to put inside of your snow globe is completely up to you. You can have a look at any of the projects that we've done so far and pick one. So I don't know if you can see this. This is a Pringles lid. And this is what I'm going to use to draw the globe part. The reason I'm using this is because I can bend it, because this rock is not flat. Okay, so there's the snow globe part. Now I know you can't see it, but you will see it once I've done the blue bit now. And now for the stand, I'm just going to do a straight line so it comes out to the outer part of the circle. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys, okay? Now I'm going to try and see if I can help you see this. Not sure if that's working. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to colour this again in the blue, the same colour as the chili robin. Or I might pick a darker colour, I'm not so sure. I'm going to pick a darker colour blue actually. I'm going to use this. And as you can see, it is far, far darker. And the reason I'm going to use this one is because I'm going to use this on the inside of my snow globe. So I'm going to get on and paint this. So now you can see the globe part and my shape of stand. I'm not going to bore you and make you sit through watching me paint this part. So I will be back with you when this is dry. Okay then, so now it's time to paint the inside of the snow globe. This is the same colour as I used to paint the outside of the chili robin, so I'm going to use what's left in my palette for this. And now wait for this to dry. Once this is dry, we're going to put our scene in it, so do not paint the bottom piece just yet. I'll explain why later. So now's the time to do your festive scene inside here. You can do whatever you like. I am going to use what we've used before. So this is going to be a snowman. There's my white paint. And what I'm also going to do is add a little bit of a glitter paint additive. That way he's going to be nice and frosty. Then I'm going to take a sponge dabber and start dabbing my snowman. The reason why I suggested that you don't paint this bit yet is because you might go over this line when adding your scene. So I'm going to do my best not to, but hey ho, you never know. So snowman is dry, so I'm just going to finish the rest of the decoration on the inside. Don't forget, now you can do this any which way you like. whilst we're waiting for this top half to dry now, and as you saw, I touched up a few little bits around the side, we're going to colour in the bottom half. Now, you can use paints or paint pens for this. I'm going to use a paint pen and colour it in red. I'm just going to wait for everything to completely dry, and then I'm going to come back and do some outlining and finish decorating. See you in a second for you guys. To get that glass look on your snow globe part, we're going to take white, either a pen or paint, and add some highlights. Now, the good thing about highlights is they do not have to be perfect. They just need to be rounded. Okay, so time to do some outlining. I'm just going to outline the tree. So my next task is outlining the rest. Now, I'm going to outline the globe itself in a silver pen. So if it doesn't work, you'll see, so you don't have to. You guys can outline yours with silver paint, or you can use white paint. So let's see if this works. Honestly guys, I don't know if it's going to work or not. If you like the silver outline, you can do the same. If not, try it in white. Now what I'm going to do is outline the bottom, and because I've done this in rather a thick pen, I think I'm going to have to go and outline the bottom thick as well. So what did you think of those? I thought they were so simple, they were amazing. You can make them as difficult or as simple as you like. All I do is just give you the basics. So let's have a look. Here is the little chili robin, and I think he's absolutely awesome. Nice, simple, and absolutely gorgeous. I might hang this one for a while actually, because it's been on my radiator and my hands are freezing. Now the snow globe, you saw what I put in the middle. Don't forget, you can put in there whatever you fancy. You can change the colour on the outside, it doesn't have to be blue. All the colours you can decide for yourself. And as this is a 2021, I put 2020 on the bottom. Fantastic. I upload every Monday simple little projects for you to try. Once you've got the hang of them, you can make them as flamboyant and as fantastic as you want to, but even sticking to the basics, they're going to be fantastic anyway. If you've stuck with us from the beginning, I'd like to thank you very much. And I'd also like to see some of your work on the Taff Rocks Facebook group, because you should be coming along with some fabulous work now, guys. There's no excuse at all. If you've enjoyed this week's video, please don't forget to like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe and click that little notification bell as well. If you'd like to help the Taff Rocks channel out, guys, there's some links down below. You can either purchase something from our Amazon wishlist, you can give a one-off donation via our Ko-fi account, or you can sponsor us regularly with the Patreon. It's completely up to you. So until next week, don't forget, keep on rocking, and ciao for now.